What's up, you guys? Blaze over here at Blue Chip Athletic Club to talk to you about a little on-the-road workout you can do. All you need is a set of resistance bands. For this one, all you're going to need is like a mid-grade resistance band and then a bit of a lighter one. I've got a set that I use, and I can post the link here below, but I'm using the blue and the black one from the set that I have. Again, one kind of relatively thin and then one a little bit thicker. We're going to start here with our warm-up, though. You're not going to need the band for that. So we're going to start here into the world's greatest stretch. The way that the warm-up and the working set are going to be is 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. And in the warm-up, we're going to go through twice. We'll work here, world's greatest stretch. So what you'll do is you'll plant your hands, have your feet out into kind of that up plank position. Next thing you'll do is you'll step my left foot up by my left hand here. And I'm basically just going to explore this kind of area. So you can rock your hips forward, you can shoot them up into the air, you can kind of play with your foot position. I like to sometimes turn my feet out to the side and drop my hip down, which can kind of give you a little bit extra there as well. And then I'll kind of just play with my toes, pull up one side, kind of floss between. Once I've kind of had enough on one side, I'm going to switch to the other. And I'll work here for the full working set. Again, will be 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. If you need to, anytime we're doing any movements here in the warm-up, if you need to spend a little extra time there, don't be afraid to do that. There's definitely no harm, in experimenting with kind of side to side where you're at, and then giving whatever side a little bit extra love if you need to. So after your world's greatest stretch on both sides for 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, we'll be into our knee over toe lunge. So what that looks like, you're going to stand up. I'm going to almost get myself into this split squat style of stance. My left foot's in front, my right foot's behind. I'm going to now shoot my knee. Imagine like you're chopping wood. I want to come down at an angle over my front toe. So I'm going to be here, coming down as low as I can, and my back leg is going to try and stay as straight as possible. So I'll be here for the full 40 seconds on, and then we're going to switch sides. So here you'll see my back leg a little bit better based on where the camera is. So again, knees here. I'm going to try and come down almost at an angle as opposed to down straight like this, like a normal lunge or split squat. I'm going to come here over my toe. Notice how my heel comes up off the ground a little bit. That's okay. My ankle mobility needs some work, and my back leg is as straight as I can keep it. If I wasn't keeping it straight, notice how it comes down. The straighter I keep it, the more I feel this fire off in the hip flexor of that back leg. So I'm going to fire off the glute in the back. We'll work here for the full working set. Again, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Last one, we're going to rock our hips here. I'm going to kick my left foot out to the side. My right leg, my right knee will be planted kind of right under my hips with my hands in front of me. And I'm just going to rock here forward and back into that foot if I want to. I can come all the way down on the floor. Sometimes I like to kind of floss where I'll bring myself all the way down, give my toe a little touch across the body, and then I'll rock a couple times here as well. Rock a few times, little touch if you want. That's my left leg out to the side, and my right hand comes down across my body to touch, and then back. So again, after 40 seconds on that side, we'll switch to the other side, come down. If you want to get your little touch, you can. We'll rock here with my right leg out to the side. You should feel this definitely on the inner thighs. And my legs are pretty tight today. So we'll be working here for the full working set. So you go through that warm-up, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 2 rounds of all those moves. Next thing, we're going to get into the work. So first thing I want you to grab is your light resistance band. So that's going to be the thinner of the two. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it around my foot, on the underside of my foot, and I'm going to hold it in my hand. we're going to get into a banded RDL. One thing to note, all the work here today is 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We're going to go through 3 rounds of the actual movements, so that'll kind of round out our workout for the day. So I've got my right hand on the band, my right foot is in the band. Well, now what I want to do is I'm going to perform an RDL where my hand kind of comes out like a Superman arm and my foot goes back behind me. So what that looks like here, step forward a little bit. I'm going to pick my foot up off the floor, my left leg stays planted, and I'm going to come down like this all the way back and then all the way forward. So you should feel this in your shoulders as well as that back leg firing off. And then it's also testing your balance a bit. So you'll work here for the full 40 seconds on. After you're done with that side, you'll take your 20 seconds, shake out your legs and arms, whatever you need to. Then we're going to go to the left. So now band goes under my left foot. My left hand now holds the band. Now I'm going to plant my right leg. And now I'm going to now shoot my arm and leg forward here. And then down. And then forward and down. And work for the full working set. Excuse me, on the left. After that, we're going to switch bands. We'll take our 20 seconds off. We'll get into our upright row. So for this, what I'll need you to do, take your thicker band, stand about shoulder width apart, and here we're just going to take both arms up and row up as high as we can. Little pause at the top, and then rip here for the full working set. Whew. After that 40 seconds on, take 20 seconds off. Next thing I want you to do is I want you to fold your band in half. This is going to give you a little bit more resistance. So what that looks like, you'll take each end. You're going to basically cross them. So I'm rolling my wrists here on the ends. Then I'm going to fold them over each other. So I've got both bands kind of in one. Now I'm going to step between the bands, have my feet relatively close to just inside of shoulder width. Now I'm going to have one hand on the band, and I'm going to go single arm deadlift here for 40 seconds. So my butt comes down. I'm going to stand up, one hand. You can put the other hand out to the side, and we'll work here for the full 40 seconds on. Take our 20 seconds off, then we'll switch hands here for the full 40 seconds on. Then we'll take our 20 seconds of rest. Next move is going to be our resisted push-up. So you're going to take either band. I'm going to use this one just because it's already in my hand. But if you need the lighter one, that's totally okay. What I want you to do, put the band kind of in your hand like so, and then wrap it around your back. So it's going to be just like this. And I'm going to set my hands down and get into push-ups here with the band resisting my way up. So I'll be here. I'm going to come down and then up and work for the full 40 seconds on. Then we'll take 20 seconds of rest. Then the last move is going to be the get up, which will be just getting up off the floor, no bands required. So we'll be here. I'm going to roll onto my back. The easiest one is you'll come up here. You'll use your shin box. Again, don't use your hands. Let me scoot back just a bit. Roll onto your back. Don't use your hands. Up onto the shin box, up off the floor. Another option, you can be here. You can cross your feet, stand up. Another option here, you can use your momentum and then kick yourself up and then stand. So that's going to be the workout. Again, you're going to rip through the RDLs on both sides, upright rows, single arm deadlifts, both sides, resisted push-ups, and then get-ups with the warm-up included. Let me know how you guys do, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.